What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshGreen34, and today I am beyond excited. We have one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and it's not even a new car. It is a re-release of Damaged the King. Now, it's technically a variant, because this one is smiling, whereas the original release is like wincing in pain, but it doesn't matter because it's still Damaged the King. So, in like late 2021, Mattel did a Damage the King mini racer, which was a little bit surprising because for the longest time people assumed that they weren't doing damaged cars anymore because like for a variety of reasons, like playability, like how well you can play with the car, and then just like the idea of kids seeing their favorite characters all beat up and stuff. It didn't really feel appealing. However, that Damage the King mini racer kind of changed things. It opened the door for the possible return of damaged cars, and sure enough, like 7 months later, Mattel actually re-released Damage the King in the metal 155 diecast line, and it was shocking and extremely exciting because if they're going to do this, that means there's a possibility that they could re-release Race Damage Mood Springs. There's a possibility they could uncancel Race Damage Doc Hudson. There's a possibility they could finally release Race Damage Lightning McQueen. Like, yeah, it's... I'm thinking way out there right now, but it's just kind of a monumentous occasion. Plus, Damage the King himself has not been available since, I think... Like, was he available in 2010? I know he was in 2009 for sure. But I think he might have been in 2010 as well. Either way, it's been like over a decade since he's last been available, and yeah, I'm ecstatic. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, the artwork I really like. It's not like they just took a scene from the movie and put it on the card. It looks like they actually created a new Damage the King render, or not. Well, I shouldn't say new because this is the art they used in 2009, but it's a render made specifically for the packaging. They didn't just take a screenshot from the movie and paste it on the card, because I don't think the king would look at the camera like that in the movie. And by the way, speaking of movies, this is from Cars 1, obviously. First Thailand release. But yeah, I love the artwork. Of course, got the metal logo there. It says Damaged the King. He is in case H alongside Brad Windmiller, who's right there. I took a look at him not too long ago. We also got Kathy Copter, Dexter Hoover with checkered flag, Marlon Clutches McKay. That's supposed to be Winford Bradford Rutherford, not Bruce Miller. And then Artie and Yellow Hydraulic Ramon. So I know I said Brad Windmiller was going to be my last, 2022 review, like the last one, but, I was wrong, because I ended up finding a Damage of the King and some other stuff, so I'm going to be working my way through those videos over the next month or so. So, we're not quite done with the 2022 reviews, but in any case, I don't think you guys are going to mind, because, I mean, it's Damage of the King, come on, this is pretty awesome. So, I am going to get him opened up, and I'm going to try and preserve the card back as much as I can. Now, you might notice in the background I do have my Christmas decorations up, so every year at Christmas I decorate Radiator Springs. I'm doing it really late this year. I'm recording this on December... What's today? December 22nd? Or 21st? I don't know. I'd have to look after, but I just put them up yesterday, so also I kind of got the card saved. But yeah, I put my decorations up for Radiator Springs anyway, super late this year, because I had them in this cabinet, and the cabinet was stuck, I couldn't get it open, and then I finally got it open yesterday, so I was like, yay. But here he is, and whoa, right off the bat, I'm already impressed. He has an extremely matte finish. If we can focus, there we go. Yeah, he's extremely matte. You can like feel every little dent and crevice in his body. Like, oh, that's just really, really great. And now, of course, he is, like I mentioned earlier, a bit of a new release, but kind of not, because he's now smiling, which, I don't really like that. I think they should have just kept it with, like, the wincing expression. And I get it, this is supposed to be, like, his face after he reunites with Mrs. the King, which is fine, that's cute, but I think it just would have made more sense to keep it the original. Like, I think that one just works more. But hey, I'm still very, very glad this is here. One thing I don't like is the eyes. The eyes are extremely grainy, and you can tell, like, it's obvious when you're looking dead on at the car. And I think those are usually like the worst types of Thailand releases because normally the grainy decals don't bother me that much because most of the time you have to actually like look closely to notice. But this, I could tell as soon as I took it out of the blister that they were grainy, and that is not good. Um, Fortunately, it looks like the rest of the car looks fine, and it's just the eyes for some reason. But yeah, that's kind of a point against it. But anyways, here we have the Dinoco logo in front with a bunch of looks like the dirt and like grass stains from when he like lands in the field, in the infield. Very, very nice. And you can see like all the dents, like there's a dent there, and it's hard to tell because the Dinoco logo is there, but if you like run your finger over it, you can see these like, I don't know what to call it, but like the metal has like crunched and created these like little bunched up rows on his hood. It's really hard to describe. And then here you can see it's almost like massive cheek swelling happening there. I was gonna say dent, but it's not a dent because it's like protruding outward, but yeah. Absolutely beat up on the fender there. And then you can still make out his contingency sponsors. We got Little Torquey, Mood Springs, No Stall, Piston Cup. Little Torquey again. Wait, did I do that wrong? I might have. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. The one, yeah, that's Vitaline right there. Yeah, so Vitaline, Mood Springs, No Stall, Piston Cup, Little Torquey, Gasprin, Retread, and Easy Idle. Very, very cool. We got the 43 there, which is also surrounded by some dirt and mud up top. We got another giant dent right there. And yeah, overall, it's very clear that it's almost like, I don't know, it's like he was hit right there, and so the metal is kind of like pushed in. And we have Dinoco up there with even more mud and detailing around there. That's another thing. The dirt details on this version are better than the China version, so I do think this might be like the better version of Damage the King, but I mean, that's kind of personal preference, I'd say. Now, here's like the most interesting part because the spoiler is absolutely mangled here. Like, it is completely bent over like that intentionally. I didn't get like a weird deformed version. No, this is how it's supposed to look. This is how it looks in the movie. Very, very cool. And you can see like the entire left side has been like raised up. Not in terms of suspension, but just in terms of the metal body. It's been like raised up in this corner. And you can't really tell when looking at it from the back, but you can tell for sure when you look at it here. His bumper is no longer nice and shiny. And then there's the 43 under the spoiler with even more dirt. They just caked this thing in dirt. Even the spoiler looks a little bit dirty up top there. Same goes for the 43 here, and you can feel there's like a bit of a dent slash kind of like a hole there. So that's not good. Because like when the king flipped, he like landed like that. So I guess it makes sense, but hopefully that's not like a severe injury or anything. And then on this side, you can see for sure it was like he was hit right there, and so the metal is definitely pushed in there. Like you can kind of tell here, like you can see almost how this bit dips down, but here it's like very, very obvious. So that's cool. And yeah, just overall, you can see a lot of like little bits of raised and like pushed in metal. Like they did a really good job on this. Like it's such an intricate model and it looks absolutely incredible. Of course, made in Thailand, 13th week of 2022. And yeah, like I said, the only like gripe that I have is that the eyes are like blurry or grainy. And you can tell too. But yeah, overall, a very solid Thailand release and just a very great release in general. I'm so glad they re-released this. And like I said, the door is kind of open now for more damaged racers. I know personally, I'm hoping that we eventually get a damaged McQueen. I'm not really necessarily looking for like them to do all of like the damaged next gens or the damaged Cars 1 racers. I don't need all of those. I think having some as like customs could be kind of cool, but even then, at this point, just do like McQueen, Doc, maybe re-release Mood Springs, but other than those, I pretty much got my damaged car fix. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna grab a regular The King really quick and just do a little comparison. Alright, so I grabbed a regular The King just so that I can show you just how much of the metal was like warped or played with, and you can really see just how intricate it is. So, like I noted, on the damaged version, yeah, the entire left is like elevated. It sits up much, much higher. Spoiler, completely bent. And yeah, like I noted on the side here, there's like slight indentation here. Whereas here it's just all like a mostly like flat area basically. And then of course he's got the roof damage. Oh, this is something I didn't notice. So on the regular King, he's got these here, which I never knew what they were. It's hard to show. Camera won't focus. Yeah, so these like little things here and here, I don't know what those are, if those are supposed to be like lights or something. But if you look at the damaged model, they were destroyed. You can see this one's like covered in dirt, and this one is just completely broken. It's like a little hole where it used to be. And then we flip to this side, and we get even more damaged, unfortunately. But yeah, really, really great release all around. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on them re-releasing Damage the King. Do you think we'll get more damaged racers? Do you think they'll finally do Damaged McQueen? Let me know all that stuff in the comments. And I will see you all soon for another video. Bye.